It's time now for Back Pages tonight here on Sky Sports News, bringing you a first look at the sports stories in the morning's newspapers. And joining us are Charlotte Dunker, football reporter for The Times, and Miguel Delaney, chief football writer at The Independent. Welcome to you both. Let's quickly run through the back pages. Here's the Mirror. Old Trafford United make Ollie Watkins, the Villa in England star, their number one target. There's also a big focus on the Lionesses, the Queens of Europe, after their parade through London. The Ollie Watkins story is everywhere. This is the Sun's back page. What a striker. United want £45 million Villa man. There's also a focus on the Lionesses and on Newcastle as well. Ed's gone over Isak. That's Eddie Howe's comments that he made earlier. We'll get into that. As for the Mail, they go with Watkins and Benjamin Šeško, top United's hit list. Serena's victory dance. We saw that earlier in the hour. Serena Williams dancing with her favourite rapper. And the Express, United turn to Ollie. The Guardian, they focus on the cricket pitch battle. India's head coach in angry clash with Oval ground staff. And Leah Williamson saying her Lionesses are not done yet, making history. As for the Telegraph front page, beer striker deal for Ollie Watkins. There's a bit of a discrepancy over the amount of money they might have to pay. I think we'll start with the Mirror here, Miguel. The newspapers are suggesting could be 60 million, could be 45 million, but it seems like Manchester United are looking to Ollie Watkins to solve their striker crisis. Does that feel a good fit for you?
Yeah, absolutely. I think above anything, especially when you consider some of the strikers that Manchester have signed lately, the most obvious one being Højlund and Xerxes, who may yet have potential, that's up for debate. Watkins is a proven Premier League goal scorer. And given Manchester United's difficulties last season, one of the biggest being in front of goal, I mean, it's an immediate solution to that problem. I know it sounds so simplistic, but sometimes it is that simple. He's a guarantee of goals in that sense. He knows the division. We're talking about a player in his prime. If there is some variation on the potential price you have to pay, the other side of that is, I don't think there's much variation yet on the line that Villa are making clear, which is that he is not for sale. Now, the one thing about that I would say is, I mean, yes, it's their stated position, the position people understand from behind the scenes. But in a market like this, where PSR involves situations where executives talk about how sometimes you have to sell players before you necessarily want them for football reasons, it's hard not, and given the noise coming out of Old Trafford, it's hard not to think that something might be possible down the line. Maybe as they get closer to the window, or as Villa think about their own business.
Yeah, Charlotte, you've been writing about this story as well. You're in Chicago following Manchester United on their pre-season tour. Your angle is slightly different. Ollie Watkins and Benjamin Šeško at RB Leipzig are the two targets for United. And there's one line I want to pick out. The club need to decide which option better suits Ruben Amorim's style. They've only got a fortnight till the season starts.
Yeah, as far as I understand it, these are the top two targets. And as I've said, they're looking at how one of them will fit into the system. But as Miguel's pointed out, this summer Manchester United have started targeting Premier League proven players, which would lead you towards Ollie Watkins. You've also got the situation where Villa are interested in Garnacho, one of the players that Manchester United are trying to get rid of. So could there be something done there in terms of that? Šeško would cost them a lot more money, but he's a lot younger. Ollie Watkins is 29, Šeško is 22. There's obviously pros and cons for both of them. So I think it's just something that United Chiefs are weighing up at the moment. We're also being told by people we speak to that it's a possibility they go into the season without a new number 9. I mean, you look at what happened to them last season and the lack of goals, but in the game against West Ham at the weekend, Rasmus Højlund didn't score, but he's starting to build that relationship with Cooney. You've got Mbeumo that's going to come into this system as well. He spoke to us yesterday about how he could possibly play through the middle, and he's a proven Premier League goal scorer as well. So there's plenty of options still on the table. I don't think it's necessarily they're 100% going to go for Watkins and they're going to get him. Like Miguel said, Villa are very strong in their stance at the minute that they don't want to sell their front man. So there's lots of negotiations to go. It's highly likely that they'll go into the Arsenal game without a new number 9, but obviously the transfer window is still open until September. So yeah, it's one that's probably going to play out and we'll be talking about for the next few weeks on here.
Yeah, I think we will, and always good to have a backup plan. The Mail is following a similar line to yourself, Charlotte. Watkins